what I would like to talk about now is who is ultimately responsible for the geoengineering program or the chemtrailing program. It is not the generals, it is not NATO. The generals didn't one day just wake up and decided out of the blue that they're going to use all their military assets to chemtrail us. No, this is an executive level decision. It is the heads of state and government, probably during a G20 or a G8 meeting, that decided to tackle these geopolitical problems in common. And they made a political decision. And then they entrusted this task to the military for the obvious reason that NATO is responsible for security. They are monitoring every flight that is up there. They have the military assets necessary. They have the airports necessary. So they're using these military assets to accomplish demographic, political, economic, and environmental goals, because all of these goals are part and parcel of the geoengineering or the chemtrailing program. So it is not NATO that made this decision. NATO was merely put in charge for all these obvious reasons. Also because NATO and the military is in the business of death, and at least the depopulation aspect of the geoengineering program is about speeding up the demise of the baby boom generation. So they entrusted this to the obvious organization that has expertise in this respect, and that is the military. How is it funded? That is probably another reason why it was put in the hands of the military, because it is funded by the cost for this program is extraordinary, and it is hidden in the defense spending. And it appears that it is the Americans that have footed the bill on their own so far, which is why President Trump has presented the Europeans with a bill to the tune of $300 billion, and which is why recently it was revealed that $1 trillion are missing from the defense budget of the United States. It cannot be accounted for. Of course it can be accounted for. $1 trillion doesn't just go missing. This money was set aside, was used for the chemtrailing program. And now the Americans want the Europeans to pay their share of it, which is a third. And I suspect that President Trump has presented the Japanese with a bill for $300 billion, which is the other third of this $1 trillion. So it is being paid with money that goes to the defense budget. But the ultimate responsibility rests with the political leadership, because in Western nations the military is under the control of secular authorities, of civilian authorities, so of the head of state or head of government, depending on the nation. And that is how they have managed to impose this on us, by hiding it as a defense measure, and by paying it with money that goes to the defense budget, and that can be that doesn't have to be accounted for as it would be for any other ministry. That is what I wanted to say in this little speech. Thank you.